G'day everyone, welcome to my channel. So this is a new thing for me. I have designed a full digital paper pack and I'm going to have a project coming up after this using this. This has been in my mind for a long time and it come about by the fact that I love ladybugs, okay? They are my animal and I was looking for papers to create something with that spoke to me. And all of the papers, well, most of the papers that I could find were, bright and modern kind of looking. And I didn't want that. So I trawled through 300 plus antique entomology books from different places. So the Digital Book Club on Etsy. I'm just going to bring up their name. If you ever have an opportunity to do that. So they have, brought together a whole lot of different antique books. I'm just making sure I've got their name right. The Digital Library Limited is the name of their store. So the Digital Library. Phenomenal. Use that. I went through the Smithsonian Library. I went through a number of different archived libraries that are free access, public domain access. So yeah, so it was a whole thing. I worked out that it was over 100,000 pages that I skimmed over putting this together. I can't say whether it's good. It's my first like real attempt. I've done a couple of little ones for my journals before on foxes and dragons and so forth, but this is like a paper pack. And I've designed it to be a pack for both album making, journaling, whatever you want. So I've tried to make it inclusive. So it's 80 pages at the moment, and it may end up more. You'll have to forgive me. It's 4 a.m. This is what happens in my brain. It's 4 a.m. and it's winter, so I'm in my dressing gown. It is what it is. So this is kind of where I've ended up. Going through these things, taking illustrations, taking excerpts from books, all of that kind of stuff, and bringing it together, hopefully, in some kind of creative way. And I do have a project that I'm going to start after this. I want to start the project, but before I can start the project, I need to introduce the papers. So the papers will be in my Etsy store when this goes live, and if you like them, please go grab them. I'm not going to put a huge price on them because this is, I'm not an expert at this. I'm just learning as I go, if that makes sense. All right. So I've divided the papers into sections. So the first sections are my patterned papers. So the name of this, oh, excuse me, I've just woken up and I'm having my first Pepsi Max of the day at 4 a.m. So, Um, I've called this Alas Flat Price or She Flies with Her Own Wings. So that I actually have a tattoo of that on my foot with Ladybug. Um, so, it's something about she makes her path. She does what she needs to do, and that's kind of thing. And as I go through making the project, I'll talk a little bit about ladybugs. So ladybugs and butterflies, okay, is the theme of this, because butterflies are also a huge thing to me. Ladybugs are my animal. They're that's my thing ever since I was a little kid, and butterflies more recently after the loss of a child. So both of those insects have an important place in my heart and my soul. So that's what I've combined. Okay, so we've got this one, which is all of poetry. So all of the little excerpts of poetry that I found within the books, and obviously some illustrations of some ladybugs. And then we've got this one. Okay, remembering I'm a bit of a geek, so these are all actually graphs and tables from journals, like journal essays and stuff like that. Gets me a little excited. And lots of little ladybugs. Okay, then we've got this one here, which is just meant to, be a little bit of a background of for it. Notebook of Ladybugs. Then we've got this one, which is more ladybugs. And oh look, some butterflies with some ladybugs. Okay, so this is from an entomology journal. And like they're just, the illustrations on the journals are incredible. There's something about vintage illustrations. This is a number of plates from a book that I've just kind of put there. You could either use it as it is or cut it up. This one, this one is cute. This is from like a 1940s book. But look at it, I just had to put it in just for the, I love the quirkiness of it. Bugs everywhere. Love it. There we go. We've got a butterfly collage of plates. Got some ones. This is all about the collection of and recording of insects. All of the background stuff, but yeah. One. This one, lots of different butterflies. We have this one here. So these are different entomology journals. So this one here is a couple of illustrations from Faber's Book of Insects by Demott. So picked them. I put some bees in there too and some dragonflies. There's a couple of them in as well because you know we've got to be inclusive. So some butterflies. At the back of this is just another flying beetle. Again, I don't want to forget them. They're still just, you know, they're there. A couple of plates of butterflies and ladybugs in case you wanted to cut them out or leave them as they are. Another ladybug one. However you like it. Ladybug playing checkers. I thought that was, I was just having a bit of fun with that one. It's like they're playing a board game on the checkers. Ladybugs game and butterflies. Okay, so they are the main patterned pieces of paper. But yeah, so I think there's 20 of them, like that. Then we're going on to the first lot of patterned backgrounds. Now, I didn't work too hard with these backgrounds because these backgrounds are actually from the books. They are either the covers of the books or the end papers, the fly papers in the books, because they're incredible. And so I just wanted to make use of it. Like this is, if you look, you can see the texture of it. It is the cover of one of the entomology books, and the colour is amazing. The same thing here. These are some of the end papers. Like, look at that. It's just, they're incredible. Another book cover. Another end paper. And then we've just got, I just put some together to make smaller groups of, you know, borders or whatever. Some more. We just don't do this as much anymore, have these cool end papers and so forth. This is the cover of another book. So we've just got all of these that in their own right are amazing. You know, close up. I would, you know, I'm making the assumption, but I assume that they're macroscopic images of different scales or components of the insects. But look at that one. I just love it. So I have collected them and put them into a format. So we've got backgrounds that still are encapsulating the theme of the wings. Then I put in some basic backgrounds. So I've collected some basic backgrounds that can just be used to, you know, ground, if you like, those images. So of course we've got red spots. And then we've got just some basic stripes. I didn't want to go overboard with the spots because, you know, that's too, I don't know, I guess obvious. And that's not what I wanted. I didn't want obvious. I wanted it to be I don't know, a little bit more subtle, if that makes sense. So I've just got a lot of different vintage kind of colorways that can be used to ground the pattern papers and the pattern backgrounds. And of course you need to use all of these. This is 80 odd pages. I'm just like, well, I'm going to throw it in because I don't know what I'm going to do when I do my project, and I'll probably end up making more. And you print out what you want. That's the beauty of digitals. Okay, then I've taken 3 book covers and I have turned them into a design so you could use it to make a journal cover. So we've got entomology, just like that. And then I have just made a couple of that I've just put a little book plate on for you to label as you like. There's one, and then there's another, just as it is. Okay, so that's them. Then we get on to journal pages. So I have made some journal pages. Now these are straight from the books as well. The nice agedness, and there's like some little numbers in there. Okay, awesome. That's exactly how it come across. It's great. Okay, and I've got them all upside down probably. So these are from a diary, a logbook. So we've got them. Like that. I've kept some with the numbers in there and the little Stationer's Hall book up there, just to add something to it. This one here, these actually were my favourite. They're the backs of the book, of the illustrations that have been, obviously they're so aged that the shadowing has occurred. How cool do they look? Alright, and some more just classic vintage illustrations. I've doubled up there for some reason. But anyway, I did print out 2 for myself. There we go. And you can see that I've taken the shadowed mirror image that was on the reverse page and flipped it so it is still there if you look at that. So we've got them. And then I have also included just some blank, the blank pages that I thought had a bit of I guess personality, just so you can use them as backgrounds yourself. Like, look at this, look at this, and that is how it spins. Yeah, it's like so cool. So yeah, I've just used them to add to this. There's this one here that's got like nice little shadowing as well, but subtle. So I've used them to, I included them as well, so that you can use them to make some journal pages if you want. And then there's the ephemera. So I don't know, I just had fun designing ephemera. Some of it you might like, some of it you might not. Sorry, that was my Pepsi. I'm thirsty. Like I said, it's 4 a.m. and my voice is, I've been sleeping. Okay, so we've got an envelope. That's designed to hold the 4x6 journal cards that I've made. Some tags. Another envelope. Some more tags. And then I've got the illustration themselves were glorious, so I just made journal cards out of them. So for that, there are more labels on some of these, but some of these I've already cut out. I got excited on card, and then I've just got the paper copies that I did first. But yeah, it gives you the idea. And we've got some more. This is the tickets. I love these. I come up with these. I thought if you're a geek, you will appreciate what I did there. But anyway, I thought that was good. Alright, sorry. And then there's some more. And we just keep going through. And I've got obviously some quotes on the labels about butterflies and ladybugs and bees and so forth. And I've got a couple of clipboards that I thought would be nice to put photos on. You're out on the field collecting samples, some postcards. I use this I just made using all of the little I don't know what the thing, but the start of the the paragraphs, they're different font beginning letters because they were pretty, and more tags. And then this one you might be able to see, but I actually designed some specimen card layouts. So 3 different layouts for specimen cards, and then some labels that can be used on them. And then there's some more postcards and some belly bands and big labels and whatever. And then, of course, some ladybug cutouts, because I've got plenty of butterfly cutouts. You can get them from everywhere. You can download them for free too. So butterflies not so hard to find to fussy cut, but ladybugs a little bit harder. So I've included some ladybugs as well, so that I can fussy cut them out and use them. But that is actually the paper pack. I hope you like it. If you do, please feel free to head over to Etsy and purchase her. she's I'm glad she's out of my head. Let's put it that way. She needed to get out of my head. Otherwise, I couldn't think about anything else. I'm going to leave it there. The next video will be about the design concept and starting the project that I have in mind for this. And then we'll continue on from there. Thank you very much for checking in with this. And as always, remember, be kind, be strong, be aware, and I'll see you later. Bye. No, I did buy a new mouse, but it's, got to wake up. It's early.